Right then, good morning. So it is the 11th of May and it is race week. For those that don't know, I am training for my first full distance Ironman in Barcelona on the 7th of October. I should know the date, shouldn't I really? I think it's the 7th of October. Oh my God, is it the 4th of October? 4th of October. Anyway, but that's then. But this week I have Outlaw Sprint Triathlon in Nottingham, which worked out perfect because this week is on my plan I'm following was a deload week, so it just worked out perfect. So I'm still obviously just going to do my deload week and then do the sprint on Saturday. I'm just going to take you through what a normal deload week looks like. I don't know if it's too dark in here. I might have to do this again outside. But yeah, today, so what I've already done just now, I'm at the pool, so I've just swam. It was 2,200 meters. All just easy zone 2 stuff pretty much. Then after work, I've got a speed workout to do. But yeah, that's it for today. City. Right, and good morning. So, Tuesday now. Today's workout would normally, to be honest, what it normally would have been my long bike ride. But we've had to have a change of plan because, long story short, I had a bike fit and we didn't realise when we moved the stack height on the tri-bars, we pinched the cable. So now I'm doing my long run, which is only 40 minutes because it's a deload. Because as mentioned, we're doing the Outlaw on the weekend, which, so also not sure about that because I don't know if I mentioned yesterday, we got an email saying the water quality is bad or there's high algae or something like that they're trying to sort. That'd be a shame because I do want to see how swimming's going on. But I'm going to finish off this workout anyways. And that's it for today. There's nothing much else exciting. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. City. Good morning. So it's Thursday. I didn't pick up my camera yesterday. I just forgot, to be honest. But yesterday was I did an outdoor swim, which was so cold. But then I look at today. So hopefully the race on Saturday is going to be like today. Did a bit of a lake swim, first lake swim of the year, and then today what I just did this morning was a bike threshold session, which are my favourite sessions, which I don't know if that should be my favourite sessions, maybe I'm not doing them hard enough, but they are my favourite sessions. But that is it, that is the last session before the race now. Tomorrow will be a rest day, I need to go to barbers and stuff. And I'll get all my kit out and stuff for a 7:30 start. I'm not looking forward to that. Sydney then. Sydney. Right, good morning. So it is Friday, the day before the race. So, got another email from the race saying the water still might not be safe enough to swim. And they're going to let us know by the end of the day today what's going to happen for tomorrow. So don't know if there's going to be a swim. I don't know if that means then they maybe turn it into a bit more of a duathlon, where it'll be run, bike, run. I'm not sure, but I'm just getting my stuff laid out now, which I'll show you what we've got. I think I've got everything. So first things, wetsuit, whether we're going to need it or not, don't know. But we've got the wetsuit, tri-suit, nutrition, run shoes, bike shoes, helmet, and then bike. Got my goggles for the swim. Got sunglasses if I need them for the run. Heart rate monitor. And I think, to be honest, that's it. I will take a couple just light resistance bands. I do like just to do some little warm-ups with my shoulders and stuff before we get in water, if we are getting in the water. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing left to do but do it now. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll get Meg to film some bits, hopefully see bits in race. Don't know how much she'll see, to be honest, because it is just a big loop kind of thing, and we're going to take Nala with us, so I don't know if she'll get close to the course or anything like that, but we'll see. And then we'll do a bit of a debrief after. So yeah, that'll be it. City morning, nice and early, 7:30 start. Right, so it is the day after the Outlaw Sprint, so I'm going to keep this pretty quick. Overall feeling of the race, I was very happy. I PB'd. I've done that course before. I did that course not long before my first 70.3. It was like literally weeks before, so I was pretty fit. And I PB'd. I beat that time by a minute 20 seconds, something like that. So very happy with how that went and how that felt. One little thing that went wrong though, we was late. I was late to the start. I was still putting on my wetsuit just as the gun was about to go. I just dipped my toes in the water, then the gun went. So that's our fault. We got there just a little bit late. Everything went wrong at the start, but in the actual race, settled down, and all went well. So yeah, going off of that, the swim did happen. It did go ahead. We got an email like the night before saying it is go ahead. So very happy about that. Although it was disgusting. That is the worst lake I've ever swam in. But got it done. If you want to get out, just swim faster, don't you? So, but no, it was good. It was cold, but not as cold as I thought. So that was a good surprise. As well, once mentioned, the last time I did that swim, I had a little bit of a panic. Nothing crazy. But this time, even with being late, and the stress of that like quite high, I still had like a really good swim. Not my fastest swim, but I had a really good swim. Transition was a little bit slow. I couldn't get my zip off my wetsuit. I have struggled with it before. I've been trying to practice it a little bit, but sometimes it just comes off like so easy, and then sometimes it's just a race struggle. So the bike, that's the first time I've ever done a race on a TT bike, because it's my first TT bike, and I was so happy with how it went because I'm still like not a confident cyclist. So being on drop bars for me is still a little bit like, it's still pretty new. But it went really well. In hindsight, I think I went a little bit too, reserved, because I wanted to have a good run. I think I did have a little bit more to give on the bike, but that being said, I was very happy with how my bike went. Very easy course, just 4 laps around a lake, like can't get easier. It's a perfect course for someone that's like me, not very confident on a bike anyway. So to be out on roads and stuff, still a little bit nervous about that. So if you are, that's the Outlaw Sprint at Nottingham's like perfect race for you. But I got a decent time. I think it was, I'll maybe put up the times I did, but I think it was 30, wait, let me check. Yeah, so my bike time was 38 minutes, 18 seconds. So I was happy with that. Again, felt I was a bit too reserved. So like getting off, like I was quite surprised how fresh my legs felt. And then this is where the race took a little bit of a turn. So I don't know what it is. I didn't do anything different in terms of nutrition. I had the same gels and carb mix as I always have, what I've been practicing with. I had the same breakfast as what I always have. I did nothing different, but I got off the bike, got my shoes on, had a gel, and I got running, and maybe 100 to 200 meters in, I had such a bad, I don't want to say such a bad because it weren't too bad. It didn't need to make me walk or anything, but I had such bad like lower ab cramp. It didn't feel like muscle cramp. It felt almost like organ cramp, if that makes sense. But it weren't enough for me to stop running, but I had to really slow, and it lasted for the first K. And then what I had to do, I had to like really like lift up my diaphragm, and I took a really deep breath, and it started easing off, and I was doing that every like 30 seconds or stuff, and eventually it went. But I've never had that before. But what, from just doing a bit of research and speaking to people, what it might have been because like I told you, I'm not used to being on a TT bike yet. I don't know if it's just like being in that position to then all of a sudden being upright running. Maybe I'm still not used to it yet. I haven't done enough brick sessions yet because I've never experienced that ever in any race that I've ever done, not just triathlon, just in any of like the fitness races I've done. I've never had an ab cramp before. So that was very strange. But it lasted for like a K and then it disappeared. So I was like, perfect, I'm going to make up that time. I started bombing it. I was on for an actual PB for my 5K. And then it got to the last, let's say the last K, 800 meters. It instantly just came back. And I had to pull back a little bit. But the run I did was 23 minutes 18, which I'm still I'm very happy with that. But when I crossed the finish line, I was a bit like, oh my God. Like, one, I could have PB'd the run, and I had so much more to give. It might have been a minute or two, whatever. But when I race, I do want to always give it my all. So I was a little bit disappointed in that. So what is next? That same race is on again in let me look when it's on. Sorry, on the 25th of July, that same race is on. So that is in 66 days. So I do want to do that again. And just to see, like, in just over 2 months, how much even more have I got to give? Because I've definitely got a lot more to give, especially on the bike a little bit more I've got to give, on the run 100%. If I didn't get that cramp, there's another minute or two there. But my overall time was, yeah, other than that, what is next again is like just straight back onto Ironman prep. I think the next video I'm going to put up, I'm going to do another week of training, because from the last time I did a week of training, everything stepped up quite a lot. So everything's starting to creep up a little bit. So it'll be good to sort of compare the two of like the beginning of prep to somewhat midway of prep. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to love you and leave you. See you there.